Melissa Gilbert is finally opening up, confirming long-whispered rumors about her private life. Born Melissa Ellen Gilbert on May 8, 1964, in Los Angeles, she entered a world buzzing with performance and creativity. Adopted shortly after birth by actor and comedian Paul Gilbert and his wife Barbara Crane, a former dancer and actress, Melissa was surrounded by show business from day one. Her natural presence in front of the camera became obvious almost immediately. As a young child, she began acting professionally, appearing in commercials and guest roles before most kids had even started school. There was a raw honesty to her performances, a sense of emotional truth that set her apart and hinted at the depth she would later bring to her breakout role. Everything changed in 1974. At just 9 years old, Melissa was cast as Laura Ingalls on Little House on the Prairie, the iconic series based on the beloved books by Laura Ingalls Wilder. The show became an American television staple, and Melissa's portrayal of Laura, curious, brave, and fiercely determined, captured the hearts of audiences across the country. Week after week, viewers watched Laura grow from a wide-eyed frontier child into a thoughtful, resilient young woman. And in many ways, they watched Melissa herself grow up alongside her character. The role demanded emotional maturity far beyond her years, tackling heavy themes like poverty, disability, loss, prejudice, faith, and moral responsibility, all while maintaining the charm and spirit that made her a star. Melissa Gilbert's story isn't just about a child actor hitting the spotlight. It's about a young girl stepping into an iconic role that would shape her life, her career, and the way generations of viewers came to see courage, resilience, and heart on screen. Melissa rose to the challenge with astonishing maturity, delivering performances that remain powerful and deeply affecting even decades later. Working closely with Michael Landon, who played her father Charles Ingalls and was the creative force behind Little House on the Prairie, Melissa didn't just grow as an actress, she became a storyteller. Landon became a true mentor, teaching her the value of discipline, emotional honesty, and the incredible power of television to touch hearts and shape minds. The bond she formed with the cast and crew created a sense of extended family, leaving a permanent mark on her life. Even after the series wrapped in 1983, the impact of the show and her role as Laura Ingalls never faded. For millions of fans worldwide, Laura wasn't just a character. She was a friend, a companion through childhood, and Melissa Gilbert became synonymous with warmth, strength, and authenticity. But transitioning from child star to adult actress is notoriously tricky, and Melissa's journey was no exception. After Little House, she worked tirelessly to redefine herself, tackling a wide range of television roles, stage performances, and made-for-TV movies. She took on challenging material, including her portrayal of Helen Keller in The Miracle Worker, a role that showcased her emotional depth and fearless commitment to complex characters. On stage, Melissa discovered new freedom and artistic fulfillment, performing in theater productions that allowed her to stretch beyond the wholesome, girl-next-door image audiences had long associated with her. Yet behind the scenes, life wasn't always glamorous. Growing up in the spotlight took its toll, and Melissa has spoken candidly about the pressures of fame, complicated family dynamics, battles with addiction, and struggles with self-doubt. Through it all, she persevered, proving that the girl who captivated America as Laura Ingalls was also a woman of strength, resilience, and uncompromising dedication to her craft, a legacy that continues to inspire both fans and fellow performers today. Rather than hiding from her struggles, Melissa Gilbert chose to confront them head-on, using honesty as a tool for healing. Her willingness to speak openly about her vulnerabilities has become one of the most admirable parts of her legacy. By sharing her story, she dismantles the myth of the perfect child star and provides comfort to anyone navigating fame, pressure, or personal challenges. Beyond her acting career, Melissa has played a significant role behind the scenes in Hollywood. From 2001 to 2005, she served as president of the Screen Actors Guild, becoming one of the youngest individuals ever to hold the position. In this role, she was a passionate, articulate advocate for performers' rights, protecting actors during a period of massive industry change and uncertainty. Her leadership was shaped by empathy and first-hand experience, especially for those who, like her, began their careers at a young age. Melissa's personal life, much like her professional one, unfolded in the public eye, reflecting the intensity of a woman who grew up fast under the pressures of early fame, long before marriage, motherhood, or life away from the camera. During her teenage years, Gilbert's highly publicized romances captured media attention and fan fascination. She dated two future Hollywood superstars, Tom Cruise and Rob Lowe, relationships that have since become pop culture legends. Already a household name thanks to Little House on the Prairie, Melissa found herself at the center of young Hollywood, navigating love, heartbreak, and the ups and downs of early fame. Though these relationships were brief, they were formative. They gave her early lessons in emotional resilience, maturity, and the complexities of dating under intense public scrutiny. These experiences shaped her expectations in later relationships and helped her understand the delicate balance between personal life and the glare of celebrity, a lesson many young stars only learn the hard way. Melissa Gilbert's story shows that growing up in Hollywood wasn't just about lights and applause. It was about learning, surviving, and finding strength amid the chaos of fame, love, and life under the public eye. On February 22, 1988, Melissa Gilbert entered her first marriage, tying the knot with actor and producer Bo Brinkman. At that point in her life, she was searching for stability and a sense of normalcy after growing up on television sets instead of in a traditional family. Brinkman, who shared her entertainment background, seemed to offer a partnership built on mutual understanding of Hollywood's unique pressures. Their marriage marked a major transition for Melissa, from child star to adult woman trying to build a family of her own. The couple welcomed their son, Dakota Paul Brinkman, a life-changing moment that deeply shaped Gilbert. Motherhood became one of her most important roles, grounding her in ways that fame never could, and giving her renewed purpose beyond the spotlight. Despite their shared hopes and the joys of raising Dakota, their marriage faced increasing strain. By 1992, after 4 years together, Gilbert and Brinkman decided to part ways. The divorce was emotionally challenging, but Melissa remained dedicated to co-parenting Dakota, creating a loving, stable environment for him despite the separation. Seeking love again, Gilbert married for a second time on January 1, 1995, this time to actor Bruce Boxleitner. Known for his work in television and film, Boxleitner brought maturity and shared life experience to the relationship. Their marriage symbolized a fresh start, a hopeful new chapter for Melissa. Later that year, on October 6, 1995, she gave birth to their son, Michael. The choice of name was deeply personal and profoundly symbolic, a heartfelt tribute to Michael Landon, the man who played her on-screen father in Little House on the Prairie and served as a mentor, protector, and guiding force in her life. Landon's influence on Melissa went far beyond the screen. He shaped her values, confidence, and understanding of family. Naming her son after him was both a gesture of gratitude and remembrance. For a time, Gilbert and Boxleitner appeared to have built a blended family grounded in respect, affection, and shared experience. A chapter of life where love, legacy, and Hollywood history intertwined in deeply personal ways. However, as the years went by, cracks began to appear in the marriage. Balancing careers, parenting, and personal growth proved increasingly difficult, and over time, the relationship began to unravel. On August 22, 2011, Melissa Gilbert filed for divorce, officially ending her second marriage. The separation was painful, but she faced it with honesty and maturity, later speaking openly about the emotional toll and the lessons it taught her. Despite the heartbreak, she remained devoted to her children and focused on rebuilding her life with clarity, strength, and resilience. Love found her again when she married actor and director Timothy Busfield on April 24, 2013. Their wedding was an intimate affair at the picturesque San Isidro Ranch in Santa Barbara, California, a setting perfectly reflecting the private, grounded, and affectionate nature of their relationship. Like Gilbert, Busfield had been married twice before and brought 3 children into the union, creating a blended family built on real-life experience rather than fairy tale expectations. Their marriage was marked by mutual respect, honesty, and a partnership forged from weathering life's challenges individually. But in mid-January 2026, Melissa Gilbert confronted one of the most painful and public moments of her life. For decades, she had been seen as a symbol of warmth, resilience, and moral clarity, a reputation built as Laura Ingalls on Little House on the Prairie and reinforced through her advocacy work and candid memoirs. This time, it wasn't about her career, her health, or her political views. It was personal, about her marriage, her trust, and the shock of seeing her private life dragged into the headlines. On January 9, 2026, U.S. media outlets reported that a warrant had been issued in New Mexico for the arrest of Timothy Busfield, Gilbert's husband and longtime partner, suddenly thrusting her family and personal world into a deeply disturbing legal controversy. Melissa Gilbert, known for resilience both on and off screen, now faced a challenge that no script could have prepared her for: a real-life drama playing out in front of the nation. According to law enforcement, Timothy Busfield faced serious allegations involving 2 minors during the filming of a television series. The children's parent, a staff member on set, claimed that concerning incidents took place over a period from November 2022 to early 2024. The nature and duration of these claims immediately drew widespread attention and concern. Authorities reported that Busfield faced 2 counts related to child misconduct and 1 count of child abuse, and that a warrant had been issued by the Albuquerque Police Department. The announcement shocked both the entertainment industry and the public. Melissa Gilbert, long known for advocating for children and responsible behavior, suddenly had to confront a deeply personal and difficult situation, one that struck at the heart of her values. In a statement, Gilbert expressed the emotional impact, saying, "I am shocked, heartbroken, and struggling to comprehend the weight of what has been alleged." At the same time, she emphasized the importance of due process, adding, "These are allegations, not conclusions, and the legal system must be allowed to do its work." Reports indicated the investigation began after a doctor at the University of New Mexico raised concerns in November 2024, triggering a formal inquiry that remained confidential for months before becoming public. Busfield's legal team strongly denied the claims, calling them unfounded and suggesting they were influenced by personal grievances. After the children were removed from the production, Gilbert spoke with care and restraint, stating, "I am not a judge, and I cannot pretend to know all the facts. What I do know is that this situation is deeply painful for everyone involved." As the story unfolded, professional consequences for those connected to the case quickly followed, amplifying public attention and scrutiny. For Gilbert, this became a moment of navigating emotional hardship, public curiosity, and legal complexity, a real-life challenge far beyond anything she had encountered in her career, testing her strength, resilience, and dedication to family. NBC announced it would not air an episode of Law & Order, Special Victims Unit featuring Timothy Busfield as a judge, citing sensitivity to the situation. The timing and symbolism were striking, and Melissa Gilbert herself felt the weight of it all. She reportedly said, "It feels like watching your life fracture in real time, piece by piece." On January 12th, reports emerged that police had been unable to locate Busfield 3 days after the warrant was issued, prompting the U.S. Marshals Service to assist in the search. Media speculation intensified, raising questions not only about Busfield's whereabouts, but also about Gilbert's awareness and emotional state. Gilbert addressed the rumors directly, saying, "I have cooperated fully and transparently. I have nothing to hide, and I will not obstruct justice in any way. When Busfield turned himself in on January 13th, the story entered a sobering new phase. For Gilbert, the moment was not relief, but a reminder that the process had only just begun. Turning himself in does not bring clarity or peace, she explained. It simply means the legal process begins in earnest. She also stressed concern for everyone affected, emphasizing that anyone impacted deserves protection, compassion, and truth. Throughout this period, Gilbert maintained calm and restraint, refraining from sensational statements or emotional outbursts. She presented herself as someone caught between disbelief, concern, and her responsibility to the process. "I am navigating this as a wife, a mother, and a human being," she said, adding, "I ask for privacy, restraint, and empathy for all families affected by this, including my own." As legal proceedings continue, Gilbert's approach has been marked by seriousness and caution, rather than defensiveness or denial. Her response highlights a difficult reality. Even those who have spent their lives in the public eye are not immune to personal crises. Sometimes the bravest act is facing uncertainty with honesty, strength, and grace, and Gilbert has done exactly that.